there were many ulama who had books that they entitled the term Sunnah, but what they intended by Sunnah was the Aqeedah. Like for example, as-Sunnah of Ibn Abi Asim, rahimahullah ta'ala, who died in the year 287 after the Hijrah. Shaykh al-Albani has a checking of that. As-Sunnah, or Kitab al-Sunnah of Ibn Abi Asim, rahimahullah ta'ala. As-Sunnah of al-Marwazi, died in the year 294. As-Sunnah, book of Aqeedah. It is not a book of hadith, it is a book of Aqeedah. Also, as-Sunnah of Abdullah bin Imam Ahmad, the son of Imam Ahmad, has a book, as-Sunnah. He died in the year 290. As-Sunnah of Imam Ahmad, this Imam Ahmad that we're going through now, Usool Sunnah, 241 after the Hijrah. As-Sunnah of Al-Khallal, died in the year 311 after the Hijrah. Also, Usool Sunnah of Ibn Abi Zamanin, a century later. He died in the year 399 after the Hijrah. Also, of as-Sunnah of Al-Muzani, as-Sunnah of Imam Al-Muzani, who died in the year 264 after the Hijrah. Also, Sarih al-Sunnah of Imam al-Tabari, rahimahullah, Abu Ja'far, who died in the year 310. Sharh al-Sunnah of Imam al-Barbahari, who died in the year 329. And other than that, from the books of Sunnah, all of them having the title Sunnah. And look at the illuminaries and these illustrious imams who are writing these works. And you ask yourself the question with regard to the jama'at al-munharifa of today. These groups of misguidance, these firaq ad-dala of our times, these misguided groups of our times, that how come when people sit in their gatherings, they don't teach these books? Why don't they acquaint the people of their masajid, of their groups, to these books? Why? Because when those people start opening up these books, they will realize the falsehood and the futility of the jama'ah that they are ascribing themselves to. Jama'at al-Tabligh will never open up Usool Sunnah of Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Abadan, never. You will never find that. They will not open up, Ikhwan al-Muslimin will not open up Sharh al-Sunnah of Imam al-Barbahari. Abadan, never. Even ISIS, they will not open up a Sunnah of Ahmad, or Abdullah bin Imam Ahmad, or Al-Marwazi, or even Barbahari, because as soon as they start reading, the followers are saying, but we don't do that, Shaykh. Well, we don't do that. Okay, let's just put that to one side then. So they won't do that, and they won't bring those books out, but they will quote Ibn Taymiyyah in isolated cases. Why Majmu' al-Fatawa, 36 volumes? Ibn Taymiyyah is talking about fighting the kuffar. They will take it and use it upon the Muslims. And they'll say, where is it? Majmu' al-Fatawa, volume 24. Who's going to open that amongst the Amatul Nas? And who's going to read the context? The sentence before, forget the sentence before, pages before and pages after, to realize what Ibn Taymiyyah is talking about. They go, Bidayah wa Nihaya. Bidayah wa Nihaya. They will quote isolated cases. Like for example, when they did the burning the other day. They said, Ibn Taymiyyah said that from the qisas, you can kill them like they kill you. So they say we can burn them. But did Ibn Taymiyyah say anywhere in Majmu' 36 volumes, Minhaj al-Sunnah 9 volumes, any of those works, does Ibn Taymiyyah say that it is permissible to burn? No. But even if Ibn Taymiyyah said it is permissible to burn, who said you cannot burn? Who said it? Who? Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Abu Qasim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, do not punish with the fire, because none punishes with the fire except the Lord of the fire. But the fact is, Ibn Taymiyyah didn't say that. And you find all of these jama'at, all of them from ISIS to Ikhwan al-Muslimin, from FIS to Hamas, they will not read these books. And they will not teach these books. And to be honest, they don't even have the ability to teach these books. Because how can you teach that which you did not learn yourself in the first place? They won't know, they won't understand them because they don't teach them, they don't read them. Open up Barbahari and look how many points they refute the Khawarij. If you find a person who is cursing and reviles the ruler, فَأَلَمَ أَنَّهُ خَارِجِي, then know that he is a Khariji. He is a person of deviation from the Khawarij. This is Barbahari. If they read the Aqeedah of Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah ta'ala, has been penned down by Imam al-Lalaka in Sharh Usool I'tiqad Ahli Sunnati wal Jama'ah, that Imam al-Bukhari said that they were taught, that Imam al-Bukhari said, that they do not raise the sword against the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, ijma'. He said 900 scholars that I studied with, over 1,000 scholars that I studied with, over 46 years they agreed that you do not raise the sword against the Muslim ummah, and you do not try to wrest power from the one whom Allah put in authority. This is Bukhari. Are they going to read that to their followers? Say, yeah, Shaykh, but Shaykh, so why don't we do that? Why do we follow Bukhari? So Bukhari put him to one side. So what do they open up? Sayyid Qutb, Maududi. These are the works that they open up. And this is the manhaj that they teach their people. But they will be foolish in their foolishness that they reckon or they believe that they are upon Salafiyah, and they are not upon Salafiyah. And some of them only use the term Salafi to draw the people in. And they will use the term Ahlul Sunnah to draw the people in. They will use the term Ahlul Hadith to draw the people in. So when we open up the books of the Salaf of this ummah, the likes of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, then we realize that these works, that once we start reading them, wallahi, there is not a chance. After reading Usool Sunnah of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the Amman after this would support the Khawarij, would support ISIS, or support Al-Aqeedah, or support Jabhatul Nusra, or support Hamas, or support Ikhwan al-Muslimin, or support Jamaat al-Tabligh, or support Anwar al-Awlaki. These takfiris, who declare Muslims to be kuffar based upon sins, or because they don't judge by that which Allah has revealed, they declare them to be kuffar, as I mentioned in the Jummah khutbah here in this masjid, Masjid Khalifa. That statement of Ibn Abdul Barr with regard to those who do not judge by Allah has revealed, he said that the scholars are agreed that the one who does not judge by Allah has revealed is a major sinner and not a kafir. And then he mentions the statement of Allah, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. He said, as Abdullah ibn Abbas said, and the companions of Abdullah ibn Abbas, and the Sahaba, and others from the Sahaba radiallahu anhum used to say, that it is not the kufr that exits from Islam. It is not the kufr that exits from Islam. And this is something, and this is Ibn Abdul Barr in the 4th century saying this in a Tamheed. Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah mentioning it again in the 7th century. And the scholars in between, before and after, mentioning the same thing. Imam al-Tabari and other than them from the Mufassirin of the Quran. But now as Ibn Taymiyyah mentions, so you're going to say that those scholars are juhal? Ibn Abbas didn't know and you know? Ibn Taymiyyah didn't know and you know? Ibn Abdul Barr doesn't know but you know? Declaring any excuse to declare the rulers to be kuffar so they can run for their swords. And cause bloodshed so the outside enemy and the enemies of Islam, that they scoff and laugh at the Muslims killing themselves and racing to their own destruction because of these Khawarij.